This Joker is not a typical hero, you know? So it's difficult to not empathize with him.
Yeah.
It seems like Deadpool, but in a different way, you know? It's not a typical hero.
Yeah.
As the woman and the character of these movies, what do you find fascinating about them?
About these characters, I think sort of bending kind of the typical, I suppose, male hero, I think is always interesting to, specifically in Joker with Arthur Fleck, displaying weakness and vulnerability, and, you know, I think taking away from macho culture and typical masculine culture and questioning what that means. And I think that's really important for men to see and for women to see in our culture. And, you know, I think in the case of the Joker, also just breaking down what it means to be good or bad. And you know, I think it's important to see that.
So the movie is set in the early 80s, but it seems like today because the only difference is the total absence of the social media.
Yeah.
How much they do influence our routine of our reality, and how much they influence the way to make a movies, in your opinion?
I think that social media has influenced us socially as like social animals. I think a little bit in a negative way. You are more isolated while still thinking you have community when you don't, because your community is virtual. But in some cases, that's actually really great. I think about some times in my life when I was really struggling and I found solace in a virtual community when people directly around me weren't experiencing the same things around me. And so it's both, right? It's like a give and take. But in terms of filmmaking, you know, it's interesting to kind of see the everyman critic and to have, you know, you hear every single person's opinion rather than sort of just like the landmark critics. And I think that is both a good and a bad thing. So it's definitely, I mean, it's changed our world.